Oh no. Welcome. Mm. Oh, you have an ad, right? Welcome back, everybody. In this update, we'll be taking a look at, as like I promised, an outlook and discussion on the tropics, aka much more focus on tropical storms, channel or Saniel, however you say the name. All right. Let me see this. Channel, or channel. Okay, but we are going to be tracking tropical channel. We are at a 50 miles an hour storm. Very, very strong. It's a medium sized tropical storm. It's not that 40, but it's not 70. It's a medium strength tropical storm going right into about South Carolina, maybe even North Carolina. I've been keeping an eye on this on the latest radars, and this is that latest radar fear. We do have lightning within the center, but this is a very interesting low pressure, as we kind of, what I can see here is we're kind of getting two meta vortices develop within the center, and we're noticing a, oh wait, I mean, 1 second. Let me just get the epic pen. I'll rather show you guys on radar and then the satellite imagery. All I will say is the mid-level center and the low-level center is officially combining. Okay, and that will indicate some further strengthening before landfall. And right now, landfall looks like it's going to be between Charleston, even a little bit north, and probably even Myrtle Beach, as very interesting enough. Okay, this is kind of like two eye walls. I feel we got the mid-level, kind of the low level, all mixing together right now. Very, very interesting and cool. You could kind of tell what we had before, but in the latest frames, what I see. Oh wait. So you can tell right there, we got our very, we got our banding feature right here, right? We got these bands right here. We officially have a new alert coming in. But what I can see here, we kind of got a secondary and a low level. Regardless, with this little pressure gradient like this, it's a broader area of low pressure, and we should be seeing this continue to circulate around with each other with some of that good convection and stuff. Okay, very cool and interested on the last frames here, what we kind of see, and I can kind of see this being the southern part. It's a little interesting right now. The coastline here is about here. It still has about 50 miles offshore as of right now. Even if it is around here, we still got a little bit of time for strengthening. I would say give this about another 2 or 3 hours before that official landfall. We do have a special marine warning. This is for 22, okay, moving at 50 knots. Water spouts and wind gusts nearly 50 knots. So if we do, okay, let me just fix up my mouse here. So if I want to do this here. So 50 knots to mph. Okay. So that's about 57 miles an hour. Almost 58. So we are experiencing in this band right here that is going to be going into North Myrtle Beach. We're expecting 60 miles an hour gust of wind. That's not even in the eye wall, whatever you want to call this part. So very interesting. We definitely have a much stronger storm than anticipated. Okay, very interesting, very unique what I'm seeing on the radar. All right, as we are taking a look at, okay, let me do another latest. I like to keep the latest here. Okay, so, okay. No, it's still off the coast. It hasn't made landfall, no one. So what I can see is a low pressure is about in here. That's where our low pressure is. We kind of got that. We are getting that convection now, starting to get in that center. That's why we're going to be seeing this looping around here for the next little bit before it does make that official landfall. A lot of deep thunderstorm convection. This has been reported from recon that we are seeing winds near 60 miles an hour. So we could see an upgrade at the 2 a.m. update. It'd be right before it makes that landfall of a 60 mile an hour tropical storm. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would need to see more information from the national, the aircraft, the recon. We are going to have to keep an eye on and watch how it goes into, because it's going all around the corners of this storm, giving the storm some time to do this. And what I can see by latest convection, honestly, we got the highest cloud tops we've seen, and it is forming pretty much right near that center, that low level circulation and that mid level. Probably the best convection we've seen in this storm yet. So looks like Durrell maximum is really helping this storm, and a big thing is too with tonight with Durrell. Oh, What is Chantal doing? They're going all the way out there. I don't know if they're gonna try and return or... That'll suck if they don't. Let me see quickly on what people are saying about this, because usually people talk about the recon in some of these discussions here. Alright, very interesting. I do not see anything about recon. I guess we're all on our own here with the recon part. I don't see... Very interesting kind of like an eye wall feature. Very interesting on the radar, what we are seeing here. Very unique, actually. I want to see, do we see a better radar view through here? No. The Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is under tropical storm warnings. I think this low kind of is now with the National Hurricane Center. I don't know. It's what I can see is right through there some feeder bands. So what I would say is low pressure. So basically what the low pressure kind of is doing, I think what it is, it's re-looping itself within the convection. And if that does happen, we could be seeing a more of a northern push into like just south of Myrtle Beach, like Merle's Inset or Georgetown. It's very interesting. I would like to keep an eye on that, but very, very, very strong winds on the regardless point here. Interesting what I'm seeing on the radar. I have multiple radars right now popped up, and I'm seeing what this low is doing. We do see I mean, absolutely massive push here of convection on this side here, the low. Very, very interesting right there. That could get in the center even deeper. I mean, if this low level center tries and loops itself in this deep thunderstorm convection, we can see a rapid, not rapid, but a farewell strengthening right before the landfall last few hours. I think landfall is going to be around like 2 in the morning. All right, that's what I can probably see. First tropical storm to make landfall in the U.S. That is very correct. Yeah, look at all that deep thunderstorm convection. This is probably the closest this has been stacked all day. And honestly, probably since the storm ever started. This might be the strongest part and the most unique part. Yeah, so low pressure is about here right now. It's kind of getting thrown into it. I'm very interested. If we see that blow up of thunderstorm convection, we can definitely see that. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. That. Oh yeah, look at that. You got that. And then I kind of see something over here. No, that's just banning features. Okay, so now, okay. So what I can see is the National Hurricane Center is going back into the low level, the low pressure. We're about to see them go right back into it. I'm interested on what type of winds we see because here right now we are dealing with probably the best convection. And I can see, I can even see a dark red. A dark red, like a 65 mile an hour, 70. I can see that in the flight levels, to be honest with you. I can see a consistent 60 miles an hour with the way this radar looks. Very impressive. A lot of rain, too, on this. Let's go into COD. I want to look at the her model. I'm going to take an hourly look. I mean, it's not too right, but it is what it is. Okay. Very interesting what I can see. According to radar, what I can see is might be what's happening here. We might be seeing exactly what's happening here. A different, no, we kind of see that. Kind of move north, very interesting. Interesting. Kind of pushes north. I mean, I want to look at 0Z here. I want to take a look at the aftermath. It kind of goes, kind of dies off the east coast. Precipitation, you guys. Look at that. Even into the Delaware area with the load, you can get up to 3 to 4 inches. Wow, a lot of rain. Look at all that rain. Quite a lot of rain, you guys. Wind gust too probably has gone up. Yeah, just a little. Oh yeah, definitely with landfall. Getting closer to 60. interesting. Look at that huge new, oh my, wow. Look at that huge new burst to the southern side of this. That's a huge blow up of convection. So what this looks like to me, we are having last minute strengthening. The northern side is doing really good right now. Very interesting. Very interesting. No landfall. Right now we're waiting on recon. And I'm waiting on information. Yeah, there is now confirmed that this low is being tucked into it. So there it is now looking like more and more signs. That is what's going on. We are getting very unique, honestly. What I'm seeing here is the low level center is pretty much taking over the mid level. They're now beginning to stack. There is now confirmation of that. So if this is going to be confirmed, we are definitely going to be. Oh wow. Interesting. It looks like maybe it moved a little bit north. We might be seeing a movement to the north. That will be very interested. Oh wow, look at 3Z. Makes a very strong landfall. It makes a landfall over here. The mid-level and low level is probably the closest we're gonna get. B. You hung up. I never hung up. Yeah, but you've been watching a movie without me. Pause the damn movie. Please. Please, princess. Pause the movie. I don't even know where you're at. I didn't even realize. I'm like, baby, did you realize? You should have FaceTimed me back if you really loved me. I'm kidding. Can I see you? Yes. So share your screen and we'll just restart on wherever, if it wherever it works. By the way, I'm still recording. No, I'm recording. Alright. We're waiting. Okay, so recon is going back in, you guys. Recon is going back in, everyone. That's awesome news. So give it a few, probably give it another hour. So what I can see is recon doing is they're letting this develop a little bit more that they can get a center update. Alright, let's look at that. The pressure, I mean, it's really blowing up in pretty good convection now. We are pretty much now in the low level and mid level is pretty much stacked. A lot of deep thunderstorm convection near the level center. pretty much stationary right now. I mean, we kind of went from there. I mean, oh, okay, you guys. Alright, so interesting enough, we have now found even stronger winds. We have now found up to 55 knots. That's that's intense. So that's about, this could actually support. I think what's going to happen here is we might find a low pressure around here. I don't think we're going to find one here. What I think might happen is we might find one tighter here with a tighter pressure gradient. So that is the low pressure. Still hasn't made landfall. We are around. We're south of Myrtle Beach right now of landfall. To me, right now, it's going to make landfall in Georgetown or in Merle's Inlet town is going to make landfall. We're about to get a new recon. I'm very interested. Mm. Mm. got a Myrtle Beach live cam here. We can look at, oh wow, look at that. So this is some of Myrtle Beach where this is going to be making landfall in the south. Some intense conditions. Wait. We're waiting on recon, everyone. Let's see what people are saying on chat. We're just watching everything. there is that radar. Looks like center is about here, you guys. Continuing to be moving around like this. Okay, so we are now at 1,004 millibars. We don't have any low pressure there. I think we're about to have a land low pressure here. Lake wind advisory. They even put out a wind advisory for 20 to 30 knots. It's about 40 miles an hour. It's a pretty strong tropical storm. Yeah, look at that. Latest GFS just bullets it in and then out. watching movies from now. Set up your phone. I love you. Are you tired, butthead? Did you make a TikTok of me yet? Or when you gonna do the 3 paragraphs that you said that would be a surprise? When would is that a surprise still? What? No, but I don't know if I'm getting them today or tomorrow. Or next year. I'm kidding. I love you. Give me a guess. Alright, set up your phone. Do not go to bed. Okay, let me finish up the stream. And then we can talk. Got it? Are you happy? Tonight you get to see me while I go sleep. No pictures. Yeah, it wasn't that scary. It was kind of stupid. To me, it was stupid. Like, not gonna lie to me, the movie was stupid. It was stupid. It didn't make sense at all. So who was behind the mouse? That's why there's a second one. That's stupid. I didn't enjoy that movie as much. It looked like stupid. It's a kid movie. Thank you. Alright, let me go finish the stream. Alright. Good. Alright, let me go finish up, right? Set up your phone. Alright, let me finish this up here, you guys. So what I am seeing here on the latest, we just got, what in the world? Okay, so they're going back into it. If that's true, then we got about 1,003 millibar pressure. Yeah, like 1,003. Yeah, the low pressure is about 1,003, so it has intensified a little bit more. What are you doing? It's close on making a landfall. It's just taking its sweet little time. Give it another, probably, like I said, few little bit more. They're going right back into it. I think what they're about to do, they're about to just do multiple passes between the center and stuff, and they might be getting prepared for the 1 o'clock update. They might push it 60. Myrtle Beach live cam there. Okay. Conditions are deteriorating right there. You could easily tell big waves, a lot of windswept rain, really looking nasty tonight in Myrtle Beach. The storm will be going south of Myrtle Beach as I can. Oh my god. This is interesting. It's like we're only finding, good Myrtle Beach live cam. No, that's not a low pressure. Interesting. Let me go look at. Interesting. Let me take a look at some of the comments here. So we're down to 1,003 millibars. Looking at some other things. We're probably about an hour or so from landfall of recon. That's they just went over the same winds, about 60 miles an hour flight level, so 50. So this is probably going to stay a 50 mile an hour tropical storm. I don't see any major indications that this will be strengthening to a 60. As of right now, we did drop to 1,003 millibars. We take a look at the satellite imagery. I'm probably not going to stay here on land to that landfall, but I will be giving you guys the last information of tropical storm Chantal. Alright, cloud tops very high up there. It definitely tried, but you have to remember for June, yeah, the convection just started getting under it. It's under it. It's just if you guys are in Myrtle Beach, Carolina Beach, Southport, all these areas are going to be impacted pretty nasty tonight. I'm interested of what's that right there. Okay, interesting. Pretty interesting. Storm will be making landfall just south of Myrtle Beach. That is, or probably right on Myrtle Beach. It's gonna be between Morals Inlet or Myrtle's Beach. I do not think even Georgetown is possible. But to me, it looks like it's having another relocation. I don't even know. This storm is doing wacky stuff. The latest GFS, I mean, one thing I would say is if you guys are in the Northeast and been experiencing a lot of heavy rain, let me just tell you, the pattern is only getting worse. I mean, this is that latest GFS to 288 hours, and yeah, the Northeast is covered with at least another 5 to 6 inches of rain into July 17th. The tropics after that, you guys, is going to be a whole nother thing. I will be tomorrow. I will be giving you guys a hurricane outlook and discussion, but I was thinking also I might just put my primal. I might just put my main forecast out too, because we are now in the July 6th. Very interesting look at the MJO here. Going to the West Pacific. And that the admin that goes 45 days out has it then having trouble going back. See, I just don't understand it. This MJO has been interesting. The MJO has been switching like every day, I feel. Um, let's go into the worldwide here. Let's just look at CHI anomaly. This is just 208 hours out, and